Gnar, right. Okay. So that is also a very tanky champ that honestly doesn't deal with Zeri that well. So this could be a very good game for Chang9, who has been a strong laner. Guanguan.
Oh, Guanguan, he's going for that honorable top lane emote dance.
Wow, that is going to accelerate Jimmy. You need a lot of gold on this Corki. Tears, culls, hex drinkers against the LB, so Jimmy is going to be appreciating that extra gold. Very scary.
Yeah, I think we're going to stop seeing this top lane dance very soon because it's been a few times now that the honorable emote battle just turns into someone getting chunked out.
Yeah,
this time led to an actual death.
Yeah, Guanguan not flashing when he sees the Nautilus there means he goes down instantly. So this is Guanguan POV. He sees Gnar walk in, doesn't see Kaiwing because Kaiwing wraps around in Fog of War and is just in auto range of him. Well played by Gemini, rather. Yeah, this is something I noticed in Champ Select. So I thought Champ Select was bugged, but Kaiwing is playing jungle this game.
Oh my god, wait, what?
Yeah, we are just off-rolling for fun a little bit.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, because they didn't swap champs as we went into the game.
Oh my god. Frank are playing with Kaiwing as their jungler.
Yeah, I don't think it was a mistake, but I guess we'll find out.
Well, they have the right runes, which leads you to believe it wasn't. Well, yeah, I mean, no, they do. They both have right runes.
Yeah, they both just have Aftershock, though.
Yeah,
always
true.
Going to be Aftershock. At least he has Smite on the Sejuani. It's not actually a jungle Nautilus.
Yeah, which means they intentionally changed summoners because he wouldn't have gone into Champ Select with that Smite.
I know you used to not be able to swap after 20 seconds in Champ Select. That was a rule for us.
Yeah, I think it's
probably a rule for these guys, too.
Yeah, it is.
So maybe they just didn't swap in time, but could just be intentional as well. Gemini.
Kaiwing lands that. Rough.
Maybe. Oh, nice E by Wako.
Yeah, Wako getting a bit crazy. Gold tone extremely low here. This is where you hate to be a Rel. Nice flash, but he is sort of in no man's land, but maybe turning it around. Gemini getting that shield up, but it is going to be a trade back. Ching9 picks up that first blood. Wako punishing his health bar even further.
Yeah, Wave should at least be pushing to help it. So
wait, there was a kill.
It is fine.
Oh, wait, no, that was the first blood.
A kill aside, yeah. Skarner went down for first blood, so even trade in the bot lane should favor Wako a little bit in terms of CS.
Yeah, he did miss that cannon just before he panned away from bot lane.
Oh, that's a good sign. Just watch the E from Wako. It's insane. They're still looking for this fight after the hook is down, which is very suspicious. Two-man, you can't blame Godtone for going for the two-man stun, but the E from Wako onto Cheng9 to just chunk him out ends this fight immediately, and Gemini goes for the flash hook.
Auto, maybe.
Yeah, he went for the flash hook instead of the flash auto, or misplayed it slightly. It means that it's a one-for-one trade.
I think he did start his auto, but then maybe the flash cancelled it. I'm not sure. Some autos work weird.
Something's happened mid. This looks like Jimmy's about to lose his flash to me.
Yeah.
If Nuli can get on top of him or land a chain. Oh, he should have held his W. He killed him. Yeah, he's dead.
Okay, nice. Oh, and
loses
the flash.
His flash too. Damn. So with first blood, Jimmy goes down. Was a very good start to this game for him. Getting to start with a tier on the Corki is insane. Massive by Nuli, who I may have misread as a mid laner. I thought he was a control mage only player, but has opened up the split. Some Yone and now a very good start on LB. It's not like we see Jimmy and get solo killed every day.
I'm gonna have to just readjust that it is Kaiwing. I was about to say Gemini being seen on a ward, but wrong. It was Kaiwing seen on that ward.
Yeah, Jiang's about to go mini as well.
Oh, I mean, that was
in front of Guanguan.
I don't know if that's good or not. Guanguan with the flash. Kaiwing is an absolute menace.
Yeah, nice flash by Kaiwing. That was insane. Prediction on the flash means that he gets Guanguan's flash and ADC.
Left alive. I mean, it was just that kill up the top. Nothing happened afterwards. We didn't get a replay. I hope we do.
Yeah, nice flash from Jiang. I'm not sure what difference it made. Hot pot. Nice steal away. I'm going to need someone spectating to just swap Nautilus and Sejuani down the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, true.
And Hotpot's actually taken these Krugs and he's taken the Raptors. He did only get the big Krug. So it's less gold, but I think it counts for your jungle item.
Yeah, it is the big one.
So he's going to have a nice 2-camp advantage on his jungle item.
Nuli, level 6 now is...
Yeah, and he can actually put a pace on the Sejuani now. We'll see how Kaiwing deals with this. Cheng9 chunked.
Yeah, good trades coming through bot. Godtone procs is Aftershock, but...
Helpings just have to take a base here. Wave is massive. They need to recall right this second.
Yeah, should be Kaiwing headed down there.
They might not recall, and Kaiwing might come down. This could be very scary for Cheng9, who's low HP and mana. Godtone there to valiantly defend him. And I can think of no better hands to be in. But I still think he probably should have recalled. Kaiwing can make his way, though. Viego's got inside track right now. He's straight onto Nautilus right away. Doesn't go on him. Godtone Hex flashes at Wako, but doesn't even feel like pushing Q after he does it.
Yeah, and Gemini, he's playing support,
here,
but still 1v1ing the other jungle.
Cheng9 has healed so much with his fleet footwork, actually, that he can stay here and catch all of the CS, keeping up perfectly fine. This base is going to be worse than the one he could have taken before, though. He's going to lose at least the melee creeps, if not the whole wave. Yeah, he cancels his back now. Godtone is 1 HP to an Ezreal ulti and does have to take it back himself. And if Frank are onto him, they can actually go dive. Viego's on the opposite side of the map, so this is horrifying now. They're not doing this very quickly. They get Jimmy in to come down and help, but Kaiwing can run straight bot. Will he hit 6 off this dragon? He is left by Gemini to get solo XP. He gets 6.
He does get 6.
This is a disaster for Helpig's bot lane. They just have to base and give up this wave.
Yeah, Gemini not going to allow this.
Oh, they have to run. They have to run.
Hits that Ignite. Flash away from Godtone. Flash
nice
level for Cheng, but they do actually both get away.
Yeah, nice escapes there. They do get the Nautilus flash, lose their Zeri flash, and will lose a big cannon wave. So we'll be Wako up about 10 CS. And a couple plates as well. So he's going to be massive on this Ezreal. Anytime you're winning your lane with a tier, feels very good. Jimmy struggling in mid lane, but keeping up in CS, has had to take a lot of recalls. But was able to help with the dragon. And we'll get his Hex Drinker now. And once he's got his Hex Drinker, he'll be perfectly fine in mid lane unless Hot Pot shows up. And a chain is landed.
Yeah, so things looking okay.
Yeah, again, solo laners, top lane anyway, doing very well for Jian. Gank to help him out. But so far, game is okay for Helpigs.
I'm starting to think Kaiwing can just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, main character. Nice. Dooley is so clean on this LB. I have not seen this guy miss a chain. Jimmy getting some stats now. The magic resistant AD on him means he can just auto the LB and trade back reasonably well. Godtone clearing some vision and should be a bit of a lull for now. Sejuani will be back up soon for Kaiwing. They can maybe go for this flashless Zeri on the bot lane. Yeah, Kaiwing will be able to clear his bot side here and then walk down to bot lane as another chain connects for Nuli. Jimmy is quickly running out of mana. No Hex Drinker yet. This might be Nuli's last chance to actually snowball this game and take over as the LB. And Frank seemed to recognize it with their support and jungle here, but it doesn't feel like Helpigs really recognize how much pressure they have on Jimmy right now. They could get Godtone and Hotpot up here and just break the game open against this flashless Corki. Looks like everyone's focused on bot lane for now, though. Diego and Sejuani will run into each other in the river, and LB has Prio, so Hotpot should fight this. Okay, so Jimmy now with the distraction bot lane. LB walking down. Jimmy gets his recall, finishes his Hex Drinker, can TP back in, and his lane is perfectly fine now. So Nuli is probably going to have to find some side lane play now if he wants to snowball this game as the LB. There are a lot of tanks in this game, so he needs to be strong and actually one-shotting these carries when he rarely gets a chance to. 2-level advantage for this Ezreal, somehow level 8.
Jiang going aggressive.
Yeah, can get a lot of damage on Guangguan here. Has his flash as well, Jiang.
These hyper procs are so meaningful.
Yeah. This is why Gnar always performs super well into these beefy tanks.
Well, Kaiwing might be finding
Wako's finding so much
somehow a dive again. Going to be spotted on that pink ward.
Level 6 Zeri.
No flashes, remember. Got them last time they looked for this.
Yeah, Viego coming.
Still on level 5 here on Gemini on this.
Ulti whiffs.
Nautilus. Yeah, both ultis.
Kaiwing.
Not available now. Sejuani Stunned up. Nuli coming in. Chain's going to land. There comes the root. He's going to get away. No, he will not.
Yeah.
Execution comes through. It's Ting9 who picks it up and the reset as well.
Yeah, Jimmy doing a good job pushing in mid lane, but very good pick made by Helpix, who outplayed the attempted dive by Frank. Sejuani ult going wide for Kaiwing. Loses his flash as well. No flashes committed on the side of Helpix. Can be a very accelerated Viego game. Does very well into tanks as Godtone uses his Hex Flash, which I was worried about, but then dodges this Nautilus ulti very cleanly. He goes down so quickly to Wako if that hits him, and Hot then finds his way onto Kaiwing. Can't flash out of LB chain from melee range like that. And Chang9 picks up the kill.
Oh, we now do have our depth charge, and wow, just like that, Godtone is taken out pretty cleanly.
Yeah, no ulti. Maybe just feeling invincible on this tank support. No ulti for his Zeri, otherwise that's a lot closer of a fight at least. But both ignites used as well. I think the kill just went to Nautilus rather than Wako. So
it did go to Nautilus.
I guess it's not the end of the world, and Chang9 isn't going to be zoned off any creeps or anything. So just a sloppy kill given over by Godtone. And yeah, this lane gets a lot harder for Nuli now. Hexdrinker's finished. He had his chance.
He found it.
Yeah, he did very well. He just didn't have the backup to really punish this Corki how he could have. He still does plenty of damage, but he can't get through the Hexdrinker.
Yep. Didn't even get the proc in that engagement, and that was W with the ult on top.
Chang9 picks up a lot of plates here. Waka took a long time to get back to lane. Has a Triforce now. Is this Chang9's static shiv finished? I don't think so. Otherwise, he would be recalling by now. Kaiwing here. Chang9 does have cleanse and flash. This would be an ill-advised engage onto the Zeri.
3v3, perhaps.
Yeah, Hotpot gets spotted on a ward. Doesn't know Sejuani is there, but maybe a little bit of sixth sense. Doesn't face check a Sejuani.
Yeah, and with the dragon being up, you kind of assume that Sejuani's probably somewhere nearby.
John has TP, but no ulti for this dragon. Is willing to commit his ulti just because there's no TP on the Skarner, so 4v4 at most.
Well, Poke Wako can land. Does land a little bit, but True Shot Raj going no man's land.
Yeah, not expecting Helpix to just run straight at the dragon, and they are on it. This dies very quickly.
Jimmy coming back, coming from base, off a fresh recall. Didn't really get all that much. It's no power spike coming through for him yet.
Helpix should be trying to fight. They have Jimmy completely cut off.
Yeah, but they've found Nuli. Nuli going to have to use both of those dashes. Does get stunned up. Will Godtone was taken out. Hop picks up that smite. Nuli trying to get away. Jimmy trying to not let him. One more would do it, but they're not going to be able to find it. Kaiwing
no flash
also
on Kaiwing.
Not going to be able to land any follow-up damage, and so Nuli gets away with murder.
Yeah, they get the dragon, but they give up a kill, and Nuli's lane is in a state now. They're going to keep Gemini on the Nautilus in the mid lane to make sure Jimmy can just freely hit this tower. Hotpot cannot walk up.
Wow, that hook landed.
Yeah.
That's
lollipop hitboxes. So the Hexdrinker doesn't feel amazing for Jimmy in this game, right? Because it is a solo AP he's up against. But it just, shuts down what the LB can do in the 1v1. Definitely still worth buying.
Yeah, and it's also why he wouldn't rush more.
I think Godtone having flash here, it's just a bit of a lack of maybe initiative from the Helpigs. They just kind of wait for Frank to engage on them. And Frank, the moment Jimmy is here and in range to hit someone, they are instantly engaged on. That is the difference in decisiveness that we're seeing. Nice play by Helpigs to just get the dragon and get out. We've seen Gemini win a lot of those smites. Kaiwing not able to pull off the same magic tricks as his jungler.
Yeah, so while Frank are still ahead, you have to think that potentially this game looks a lot different if we are just playing our roles.
Yeah, and Hotpot is getting massive on this Viego now. He's up a lot of CS, has picked up a lot of objectives for his team, and is an incredible pick into tanks. Hook barely misses Nuli, who misses his ultimate and is going to just be suffering under his tower for the rest of this matchup. Just needs to find ways to make it out of this lane and help his team out, really. LB's wave cleared, not horrible, but nowhere near Corki's.
Yeah, and I think importantly, you have to commit all your damage pretty much to be able to wave clear.
Yeah, and you make yourself vulnerable to getting hit while you do it just because of the nature of the LB distortion.
Jung, I mean, not a whole lot happening top, but he is just quietly up 40 CS, so
yeah,
this Gnar is going to be pretty rough to deal with.
Yeah, he's not the most difficult champ to deal with for the champions on Hellpigs. They're all very mobile, so can just run away from the Gnar even if he's big, and can all kill him in mini, you know, if they have the items to do it. Not too far behind. For now, 3k gold behind for Hellpigs. But they do have a dragon for themselves and some void grubs. Wako ease forward.
Yeah, does he forward, but he has got reinforcements everywhere around this side of the map. Currently might even be looking aggressively for a...
So much poke coming onto the bot lane of Hellpigs. They're going to lose their mid lane tower at this rate.
Oh, True Shot Barrage will not connect, unfortunately.
Yeah, and Hellpigs... Again, it's Frank didn't make an amazing play there, but they just made the proactive play.
Yep.
And it's just put so much pressure on the Hellpigs, who... it seems like no one wants to go first on Hellpigs to actually group up and make a play. They're just playing reactively, it feels like. Here's a chance, though. Nuli on Jimmy.
Nuli, I mean, is it a chance for him?
Flash.
Doesn't look like it. Flash coming through. One more missile barrage would do it. It doesn't matter. He didn't need it. On the other side of the fight, though, reset coming through. It's going to be Hot Pot, who now has control over Gemini's Nautilus, who's also looking for Jimmian now. Heartbreaker going to be used. Not going to find where Jimmian is.
Oh, he's just hiding. They have no idea he's there.
Yeah, he does get himself away. 1 for 1, but...
Yeah, little escape maneuver from Jimmian. I think they get the tower as well. Nice flash from Godtone. Pulls Wako into his W with the ulti, though. Very nice rel combo. Takes Wako out of the fight completely and means there's not as much pressure on these backliners to kill the Nautilus. And once Viego gets a reset on a champ like Nautilus, it's time to leave and not continue fighting, which is something Frank have done very well. And I think we saw just there in the top lane why Guangguan is down so much CS. Jung has just been constantly pushing him, and it seems like he's not doing a good job of farming under tower. So much AoE in the kit for Skarner seems to be making it difficult for him. Wako is massive this game, but honestly, so is Cheng9. He's 3-0 on the Zeri, and we said this was a very good Zeri game. See what he can cook up.
Remains to be true.
Yeah, there is a Nautilus to deal with him, but also Hot Pot is massive, and, you know, Nuli is someone who you kind of want a Nautilus ulti as well. It's going to be, yeah, if Torhi's already just stat-checking LB, it's going to be difficult. Nuli can only go on Wako, who's on Ezreal this game, if that is the case.
Yeah, or a Mini Gnar.
Yeah, Mini Gnar does go down very quick to LB.
Well, here we are. We are going to have our Gnar at this dragon. Gnar bar building up.
Skarner here. Yeah, Skarner is here. Will Hellpigs fight it.
Flash available. Wako does get snared, but Cleanse comes out and he should be fine. The massive ult actually coming through. Lux up too, but it's Jung who comes in and fights Cheng9. The 3 and 0 Zeri finally gets a 1 to that ratio, and all of a sudden, from nowhere, it's Frank.
And how many times have we seen Jung just show up to a dragon fight and end the game? I think he's just done it.
It actually was most of the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, Frank going to be picking up this dragon after destroying this team fight. Only Godtone making it out alive, it looks like. And this is maybe the slowest dragon I could think of. Nautilus and Sejuani wailing on it.
I think ironically, Sejuani's got one of the faster dragons early on in the game.
Yeah.
But certainly when there's a bit of resistant health on these things, she will...
Yeah, no Sunfire Cape or anything either. Jung doing the most damage in that fight by a very wide margin, but yeah, Cheng9's still doing so much damage. If he had, just played the fight a tiny bit more cleanly, could have been a monster team fight for him. Did go for the Runans. We'll see if he goes for the Quick Blade builds or just wants an LDR. There isn't actually all that much resistance built yet by Frank. So if he greeds, he could have a couple of very good team fights. But if you greed your build on ADC, don't go LDR third, and then you fall behind, it becomes virtually impossible to come back. So it is risky, but I think he should take the risk and go for a greedy build. Because you are not looking to scale with this comp. On Hellpigs. You want to use LB and Viego to win skirmishes and get resets and crack the game open. As for now, Frank are just happily farming lanes. They win all their 1v1 lanes in isolation. So you gotta group and make some magic happen if you're Hellpigs.
Yeah, just random Baron start.
Yeah. Pick one of these carries off. And honestly, Frank's team comp completely falls apart once these carries go down. Specifically the Corki, I think. Wako is terrifying on this Ezreal, and it is a good Ezreal game, but a lot of the damage on this comp is coming from Corki.
Yeah, who got first blood and then got solo killed, but now is 4-1.
Yeah, massive. Way out CSing Luli, as you expect in a side lane. Gemini caught out here.
Yeah, caught out. A lot of it's being used onto him. That's on the block ult as well. I think Gemini might go down a 4-man two-shot. Barrage comes through. And Jiang's found his way onto Cheng9, who is just going to be quickly made like Werdakov. 2-man, nah. Heartbreaker to try and get Hot Pot out as Guang gets absolutely evaporated. And all of a sudden, you found your Nautilus pick, but everyone has been found by Halpig.
Frank all appeared out of nowhere, and even somehow Jiang appeared behind them. It looked like they were catching out the Nautilus, but they were apparently getting flanked by a full Rage Bar Gnar. Really impressive damage landed by Wako in that team fight onto Cheng9. Means he gets insta-killed by Jiang when he shows up to the fight. 21-minute Baron for Frank might be on time to beat last game. So Gemini, goes down very quickly here, and watch Zeri at the start of this fight as well. They pick off Gemini very cleanly, and then Cheng9 is going to E over the wall here to dodge the Sejuani ulti, so it's such a good start, but Wako landed a W onto Cheng9 somehow, and then that ulti, he takes like 80% of his HP off.
Yeah, that was absurd.
Yeah, kind of unreasonable. Hotpot cannot even get out with his ulti here. Another disaster team fight for the Hellpigs. Baron goes over to Frank. Gemini
stunned up by God Tone. I don't think you want this. Surely we learnt Gemini not particularly killable.
And yeah, these rockets are starting to sting from Jimmy, and he's got his Muramana now. LDR, not LDR, but Cyrilda is next for Wako.
Keep an eye on this Narbar.
Yep, he's gone Mega, so he can't team fight for a while, but when he goes mini with this Baron buff, he's going to be very annoying to deal with.
Yeah, going to be making sure that this tower goes down.
Gets dead.
There it goes. So, an outer claimed for this Gnar. He's got
700 gold in his pocket.
Somewhere.
Kaiwing fishing for an ulti here. Could go for Hotpot. Actually, it's
Godtone. Oh, all right.
Yeah, Godtone engages there without his Zeri around, so his teammates decide to not follow up.
Yeah, he just flash queued and...
Yeah, could have maybe still been a kill. They do have a lot of lockdown. Wako gets chunked. He's dead.
Noli finds him in the back, and Cheng9's going to be able to take him out. And a nice ult from Guang. Godtone knows what he's doing. He baited everyone into thinking it's free towers, but it's just free kills for Hellpigs.
Yeah, Hellpigs pick up 3 kills in a 4v5 even. Jiang not able to get a bottom tier 3 or anything, doesn't show up to that fight.
They were all shutdowns.
Yeah, and I think 2 of them at least went to Cheng9. I'm not sure who got the other one. Nuli didn't get it.
Cheng9 is laughing.
And
just what is this, by the way? What is this?
Yeah, this Zeri is too far away.
Lags?
If he waits a little bit, because the 2 guys rotating, the Skarner and the Zeri, can both dash through this big wall. So if he waits just a second, then you have 5 people on this Corki. But they're not quite in range. And then insane find from Nuli. He could have actually just one-shot Wako there if the chain connects. Jimmy finds himself way out of position without his other backliner alive now. And yeah, not even a close team fight. When you find these LB angles, you just eliminate a carry, right?
Talking about LB angles, we have on our hands a Gnar angle is, despite the flash and the dashes coming through from LeBlanc, Jiang almost finds one.
Yeah, that is miraculous. Jiang didn't even use his own flash to get a flash out of an LB. Very impressive. Makes a big difference for his carries.
Dragon Live, it's being taken out here by Kaiwing as the rest of the boys trying to take down this mid lane inhib tower. Not going to do so. Realizes everyone has recalled and are going to go help out.
Yeah. Very slow Dragon, but no one's coming. Here come both the carries from Frank, and that's 3rd Dragon now for Frank. Hellpigs will have to figure out how to contest the next one. 3 tanks with an Ocean Soul.
Oh my!
It's not going to be playable.
Picture in picture. Oh, hold up. Gemini lands a hook onto Godtone. No flash from last play, remember. And Magnet Storms, but doesn't really matter as Jimmy is going to feel completely fine.
Godtone uses his ulti. He might regret that in 30 seconds when he respawns. because Frank will go for the push here. There isn't a lot of wave clear. You do have a Runon's static Shiv Zeri. Can they protect her to actually hit this wave, though? There goes Sejuani passive hook lands.
Hook lands well there onto Hot Pot. Guan trying to do what he can. And what he can is a two-man ultimate. It might just be good enough. Wako trying to find the damage, but not able to as he's taken out, and Hot Pot's going mental. Hot Pot with the Heartbreaker of Jimmy-In. Jimmy-In with the snipes. Jimmy-In's going to be able to get this one done. Jiang finishing off Newly. Should finish off this game as Frank had to play out of their minds, but they're able to.
Yeah, Helpix almost win another 4v5. Here's Godtone up, trying to defend. I don't think even with ulti he could really kill this wave. I think it might just be game now. Guan up in 15 seconds. Can he get to the wave somehow?
No, he's got the Ignite down. That's not going to do anything at all. This is just one round against three very strong members of Frank. Crash down back into his base, tail between his legs, and Nexus crumbling to the ground. It's Frank Esports who do take the 2-0 win.
Yeah, 26 minutes. So cleaner win, even though the early game wasn't as good for them.
And we were also off-rolling.
Yeah, maybe the fresh comms helping them play a little more aggressively. Play like they're the better team. Yeah, maybe last game they played a little too conservatively, but
I think so.
This time around, just willing to skill check and take fights.
Good evidence for it being that technically I think their comp is harder to push towers with. And they managed to be down, up less gold, off-rolling, and win quicker than last game, where it was just a straight stomp the entire time.
Yeah, it was also, Helpix also had a comp where once they fell behind, the game's over. You have an LB against 3 tanks. Yeah. And she fell behind. Nuli did play the early game so well, and it's such a shame.
Somehow.
It's such a shame that this Corki wasn't just getting dived on repeat by the Viego Rel. Should have been just an unplayable game from Jimmy-In. After he solo killed and continued to get